Hello everybody, welcome back to Creative Witchy Mama. Tonight I'm going to be making some cat food. I have two cats, Dizzy and Lucy, and I've just recently started making their cat food, and let me tell you, it saves me a fortune. A fortune. I kid you not, maybe like $3 a day it saves me, which is crazy. So I'm going to run through what I use. You know, you can pretty much use anything that your cats like. My cats love fish, so I'm going to use tuna, I'm going to use sardines, rice. I'm going to use some fish broth that I've already made. I've kept this frozen. I made this back early April. The one that I make, I'll be doing another one in about a month, so I'll upload that one as well. And you can see exactly what I do. Essentially, I just boil up fish heads, tails, anything that you can throw in there, any bones that you've got, chuck it in, and yeah, make up your bone broth. I made about 2 liters, used maybe a quarter of it as soon as I'd made it, and then I froze the rest. So this is 500 mils, which I'm going to add to a very large cooking pot. You can see here, quite large cooking pot. I use this to make all my broths and everything. I am then going to add 6 quite large frozen sardines that I've got here. I buy these in bulk. What I'm actually going to do is, once these have cooked up, I'm going to blend them just in case there's any bones in there. I don't want the cats eating them. I'm going to blend them and then add them back into the mixture. So I'm going to pop those ones in there. I'm then going to put that onto the heat, and I'm going to top up and cover just with some cold water. But what else you will need is a cup of rice. That's what I add in anyway. And then today I'm going to be adding in 3 cans, like 3 large cans of tuna. These are 425 grams. I'm going to add these in. Look, you go ahead and get whatever ones you want. I've just picked up the Coles ones just to save me a little bit of cash there. But essentially, once you've made all these up, you will need some ice cube trays. I use a couple of different sizes, just what I've got. And this mixture that I do lasts just over 2 weeks for my cats. Like I said, I've got 2. What I end up with is one of these, like frozen. I freeze them all afterwards, and then I take them out daily for the cats. So my cats get one of these, one in the morning and one at night, so they get like half each. But then I do add in some biscuits as well of a nighttime. You go nuts and do whatever your cat likes. And I'm sure you could do this with some chicken. I'm sure you could do it with some beef, whatever else your cat. And I'm sure you could probably even add in some vegetables and bits and pieces, whatever your animal likes. I'm sure you could do this for dogs as well. I know lots of people that make up their own dog food. Like chicken and veggies, or like pasta and rice and things like that. So I'm sure you could do that too. But this is just for my cats. So let's get started. So I'm just gonna pop this onto the heat, just like a medium heat. Like I said, I'm just gonna cover with cold water as well. And then we'll come back once I have cooked the sardines through. I'll come back and whiz them up. So see you soon. All right, so you can see here, I filled the pot about halfway, and you can see it getting nice and oily too. So that is going to be delicious. And the cats are already around. They can already smell the fish. Be warned, they will be around your legs. Okay, so the sardines have been cooking in here. So all the steam. For about 30 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull them out, and you'll feel that they're very soft. I'm just going to pop them into my mixer. I'm just using an icer blender. You can use whatever you want to blend them up. So just try and find them all. Okay, another one. How many did I have? I had 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5. Okay, beautiful. That's the last one. Okay, I'm just gonna pop them all into there. And what I'm also going to do is I'm just gonna pop a bit of the liquid from in there into here, just so it's nice and easy to mix up. Just gonna do a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna whiz it up. Just gonna pop her into my blender. Shouldn't take too long at all. They're very soft. Just gonna put a tiny bit more liquid into that. Didn't quite have enough there. A little bit more in. So with that, I'm just going to add it back into my liquid. I'm gonna let it cook up a little bit longer, and then I'm going to add my tuna. So just make sure you get that all out. My cats are back in here again as well. They're very happy. When I first did this, I really wasn't sure if they were gonna like it or not. And it turns out they love it. So like I said, they're big fans of anything fishy. So they absolutely love this. So yeah, I'm just gonna pop that straight back onto the heat. Maybe another 5-10 minutes. It had been on for about 30 minutes before. I'm gonna put it on for a little bit longer. I'm gonna top up the water level as well. It's gone down by about 1 centimeter. I'm gonna top that back up. And then I'm gonna add in the tuna. Alrighty, I have to apologize for the last bit. I forgot to have my light on because I had my blender on. So now I'm all lit up for this one. But as you can see, I've now got the pot here. I've got my bone broth in, I've got, my fish broth in, I've got water, I've now got the sardines in. What I'm gonna add in now is the rice and also the tuna. So what I've done is I've prepared the tuna here. I've just taken it all out of the tin and just forked it through, just so you don't have those massive pieces. So I'm just gonna add that in. So I've also added in all the water with it as well. I just buy the tuna with the spring water. So I've just added all of that in. And then like I said, I've got a cup of rice, which I'm just gonna add all in there. So now I'm just gonna stir it through, and then it can go back on to the heat until the rice is cooked through. Then what I will be doing is leaving this to cool down before I transfer it into my ice cube tray. So I may even leave it in the fridge overnight if you're doing it at nighttime. Just pop it in the fridge once it's cooled down, and then you can divide it up into your ice cube trays the next day or once it's all cooled down. So now that's all mixed through. I just try and make sure there's no big lumps. Then I just let it all cook together. And I'm gonna pop that straight back onto the heat. I'll let that cook for, I'll let that cook now for, about 30 minutes or so, just until the rice is all cooked through. It will keep absorbing a lot of the liquid anyway as it cools down too. But yeah, we'll see what it's like once it's all cooled down, and we can separate it into our ice cube trays. Alrighty, I have now taken this out of the fridge. So I've left this in the fridge overnight to cool down. I'm gonna give it a nice big stir. And just, then I'm gonna pop it into the ice cube trays. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 here. And I may need to let some freeze before I can fill some up again, and then tip it into some containers. So so you can see like the consistency here. It's a lot of tuna. There's some rice in there. You can now see the rice has like puffed out, but it's mainly tuna and fish mixture. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to now get this into each of the little segments. And I have the cats waiting patiently again. Honestly, guys, this is such an easy mixture to do, and you could literally do it with anything. The fishmonger that I go to sells like the heads and tails and like fish scraps so cheap. You could literally pick up some fish pieces really cheap to then make your stock. The stock then will last you for quite a few batches, I'd say, depending on how many cats you've got. Like I said, I've got 2, and what I've made here, this will last me just over 2 weeks. So and I like to do it fresh every couple of weeks. I could do it for a bit longer, but obviously it takes up freezer space. But also it means that I give the cats a bit of variety as well. You know, if I was buying them tinned food, then I would give them a bit of variety as well. So I just want to show you what that now looks like. So you can see here, I filled up the tray that's got 6 portions in it. So that for me is like 3 days worth, because I do 1 in the morning and 1 at night. And I'm gonna keep on going. Yeah, so this is super duper easy to do. And you could do it with, yeah, anything, any sort of fish. If you didn't want to use tinned tuna, obviously, you know, feel free to go and buy some fresh fish as well. If you're down at fishmongers or something like that. This is great if there's, you know, if the fishmongers are selling off some cheap at the end of the day. I mean, what a perfect way to utilize it. But yeah, so you can put pretty much anything in here. And like I said, my cats love it. So, and I hope yours do too. But at least, you know, I know what's in here. It saves me money. Yeah, it's a bit of time, sure, but it didn't really take a lot of time to make. It's just really, you know, the process of letting it cool down. If you did this in the morning, you could be sticking it into the ice cube trays by the late afternoon or evening, for sure. I just happen to do it quite late, so then it just needs that time to be able to cool down. Obviously, I've done a big pot. If you wanted to try this out, you know, to see if your cats liked it, you know, just obviously do much smaller portions. Don't do the full amount. Oh, that's Harrison awake. Let me go and grab him. Hello, now we've got Harrison with us. He's come to join the party. I'm just gonna dish up the rest of this. And then that's it. I'm just gonna pop it straight in the freezer and let it set. What I do is I let them set, and then I just pop them all out and put them into like a big container, just then for easy use. So each day as I use one, I then refill. I just keep it in like a little ramekin until I fed them. I let it just defrost in the fridge. So each one usually takes around about, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, 12 to 16 hours or something to fully defrost in the fridge. Obviously you could leave it out. If I left it out, the cats would eat them. So I need to put it in the fridge. But you do what's right for you. You know, your cats might be outdoorsy cats. Mine are indoors. So they pretty much rule this house, or they used to. Now this little guy rules this house instead. But yes, I'm just going to fill the rest of those up, pop them in the freezer, and then once they are fully frozen, I'll tip them out and pop them into a container for easy use. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this recipe. Let me know if you give this a go and if your cats like it too. And if you have liked the content, please like, subscribe to my channel, and then you will see when the Creative Witchy Mama has posted some new content. And yeah, you can keep an eye on when, you know, if you like the videos. Obviously there's a lot of different content on the channel, so feel free to, you know, tune into what resonates with you and just leave behind what doesn't. Hopefully something resonates for pretty much everybody out there. But yeah, enjoy your day. Mwah.